My name is Evan Hill with All Seasons Exteriors here at 17401 East Gunnison Place, doing a post-storm inspection. Had a look firstly at the first slope of your roof, which I'll show you from up here on the second tier. And first thing I started noticing was there was quite a lot of significant hail damage. And what I mean by that is very large hail strikes, quite a lot of them, not really difficult to find. You know, I didn't have to really look very hard. They're all along all of these field shingles right here, some dents in the gutter, and then on top of the ridge caps and the ridge vent there, plenty of very easily identifiable dents. I'll show you some of the ones up here, worst ones. This is actually looks like probably, you know, 2 hail strikes next to each other that have deteriorated over time and just kind of, you know, exposed not only the black matting underneath the shingle, but the fiberglass threading, that stuff right there. That's a real problem because, you know, as that happens and, you know, sun, you know, rain, snow, ice, you know, continue to deteriorate that, it's opening up, you know, for water to get in, you know, underneath there, obviously, you know, onto the roof decking. And, you know, there's quite a lot of, you know, hail strikes like this on every aspect of the roof. The one challenge is, I mean, it really just looks like someone took a shotgun to the roof here. There's plenty of other really large hail strikes, and some of the ones that I've circled just in sidewalk chalk here, very easily identifiable because of the circular pattern and the big bruises that they create. They dislodge the granules, you know, and these are actually, because they've happened, you know, some time ago, starting to really deteriorate and starting to create, you know, little actual like holes in the shingle. Like I was saying, one problem is you know, State Farm, as well as any other insurance company, are going to look at this hail and they're going to track some of the weather maps. And, you know, according to most of the reports for this area, there was really only about, you know, 1-inch hail at max from the recent storms. And this hail looks to be, you know, older than 2, potentially 3 years, you know, prior to the most recent storm. How we know that is recent hail, which I'll show you kind of up here actually. It exposes the black matting like this underneath the asphalt granules, but as you know, a lot of sun exposure happens over time. Like I said before, you know, the fiberglass threading starts to get exposed, and those black hail marks start to look gray like this. So is it an exact science to say that these are definitely, you know, 2 or 3 years old? You know, it can't be exact, but we look at the weather, you know, tracking apps and things like that, and they're going to say, you know, this wasn't from the most recent storm, and potentially this is older than 2 years, which is basically the window in which you can file a claim for most insurance companies at best. I know this isn't a State Farm claim, so that they probably have a window of maybe 1 year from the date of loss to where you can file a claim. Potentially, if they don't have that rule, we could still file this claim because there's plenty of damage across every, you know, portion, every slope of this roof, to where it's really beat up. I mean, we got a lot of real major issues, big hail strikes, a lot of granule loss, really just, you know, everywhere to be found. And you can probably hear as I'm walking on the roof, a lot of places where it's crunching, you know, some moisture probably underneath here. But then I get down to the lower slopes, and there's really, you know, on this newer roof, you know, no damage whatsoever to be seen anywhere. So again, if an insurance claim was filed, regardless of the insurance company, they're going to come out here, have a look at, you know, the top portions of the roof, see all that damage that exists up there that really just isn't hard to find at all, and is pretty much on, you know, every shingle that exists on the roof. And they're going to look down here and say this isn't damaged at all, and most likely say that this is from an older storm outside of a possible, you know, claim, you know, availability window.